Hi, it's Beth Morrant here from the Speech and Language Garden. I want to tell you all about my school's training package. It's the big one basically. It has everything I've ever made all included in one package, especially for primary schools essentially. So it has got 6 online courses that include early years speech and language, which is really suitable for your EYFS, and even if you have a school nursery as well. And some of the activities and interventions suggested in this course are really super for year 1 as well. You've got the Speech Sound Steps to Success course, which addresses children who have got speech sound difficulties and gives your teaching assistants loads of ideas on how to help the children and also to weave these activities into your phonics groups or you're already doing with the children. So that's the early years, and you've got the Speech Sound Steps to Success. You've got the SLCN Speech Language Communication Needs course, which has around 75 strategies that your staff members can use to support children in their setting. Don't worry, I split them all out into 7 different areas of speech and language to really help to identify where there might be some needs in some children who might not actually meet any threshold for criteria to be referred to speech and language therapists, but they've still got some needs. These might be your lower ones in your class. These might be some children who are at risk of exclusion because they've actually got underlying difficulties with their comprehension or their vocabulary skills, for example. So this is a really, really crucial course for all of the teachers in your school, in your setting. So we've gone early years, we've had SLCN, we've had the Speech Sound Steps to Success. There's also supporting children with memory and processing difficulties. One of the most frequent kind of phrases that I get in a referral from Key Stage 2 upwards in schools is processing problems. And these are the children who you've given some direct teaching to, and it's just not gone in, or they just don't really kind of get it, and they're the ones that you kind of really struggle with. This course is perfect for you. It really works on having a really good look at memory and retention and how children can process the information they've been given, and then to output their opinions as well. It's also packed full of interventions that you can either do as a whole class or in small groups, or you can ask a teaching assistant or a learning support assistant to support those children with. There's the Supporting Children with Vocabulary and Word Finding Difficulties course, also included in this school's training package, which really helps children who either just struggle to learn new words, or they've just got massive gaps in their vocabulary, or it might be children who know words but they just can't get their words out. And then we can tend to actually see some children who've got frustration and challenging behaviour because their words just won't come out. They know what they want to say but they just won't come out. So again, this course has got some theory to begin with, and then a bunch of interventions that you can be doing, again, either in class or as small group working, or as a teaching assistant led or home led, so you can give homework interventions for that child too. And then course number 6 is stammering and stuttering. So if you have a child or a young person who you work with in your setting who has suddenly developed a stammer, or they've always had a stammer, this course is definitely the one for you. It gives you, again, some theory on what is stammering and what might be happening to cause this stammer, and also some strategies that you can use in your setting and that everyone in your setting should be using to support the child who has a stammer. So that's the 6 courses for you. And then in this bundle also included 13 specialist resources. So there's a speech and language communication needs checklist that you can use to identify and monitor any target areas or any areas of need. I even have some schools that I use that I provide a service to that use this checklist in referring children to me, so we can really quickly see, oh, this child has got difficulty with memory. I'm going to do the assessment, but you can put your staff down the memory course. So that's there, the speech and language communication needs checklist. There's the speech sound screener that I created especially for schools who haven't got access to speech and language therapists. So post-pandemic, this one is perfect. So it helps you to identify which sounds are tricky, and then you can crack on and work with it using the speech sound course. There's my 5 ways to be speech and language friendly in school checklist. This is really, really brilliant. It's just a single page, you pop up in every classroom. Am I using a visual timetable? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? In fact, one school who recently had an Ofsted inspection, the Ofsted inspector commented this was really brilliant in one classroom that they observed in, just to see these strategies that were being used by the teacher to help support not only the children who have got some speech and language difficulties, but to help all of the children. So I felt super proud of them. And Another tool that you have in the training package for schools is the staff skills audit. This one's fantastic. You just literally email it round to everybody in the team and get them to fill it out and email it back. And it says, it helps you to identify what training people have had, where there's some gaps in the training in your team, and then if there are any gaps, then you can use the courses that are all available in this package to help fill those gaps. So this is also really handy for SENCOs and senior leadership teams to use in their SEN reports and in reports to governors and things like that, just to say we've had an audit to see what skills everyone's got and where there are some gaps, and this is how we're going to fill it by using the courses that we purchased in this speech and language training package. There's a speech and language record intervention sheet, which is highly popular, available on my website as well, just as a freebie, but this one comes in your training package also, it is included. It helps you to record all of the interventions that you're doing with children. Again, it's really, really handy just to note down whether an intervention has been a little bit challenging or bang on, exact perfect for the child's needs, or whether it was too easy and you need to step up to the next level. So it helps you literally just to write down what the child's targets were, what the activity you did was, and how you did. So there's that. One more thing here included in one more tool included in the schools training package is the supporting students who stammer advice sheet. So it's a list of strategies to help students who stammer. This is a really handy one that you can pop up in the staff room. Oh, and then you've got the development of speech sounds ages and stages info sheet. So that's really good to hand out actually to parents of your EYFS and your year 1, perhaps year 2 classes if they've got some difficulty with their speech sounds. On top of all of that, you also get all of my downloadable ebooks. So you've got the speech and language communication needs ebook, speech sounds games that you can play using pictures, and speech sound games that you can play without having to use pictures. There's the auditory memory game ebook that helps with retention and processing. You've got my vocabulary interventions ebook and the activities for language development ebook. So there's loads in this schools training package. It's available on my website, thespeechandlanguagegarden.com, and you can purchase for a single person. So if you wanted to just purchase for your SENCO or just purchase for one HLTA, that's absolutely fine, but you can also purchase for your entire team because then everybody on your team will have those skills. This is really handy if you've got some teachers who are used to teaching in a lower year group and might be teaching in an older year group, so they might want to learn some of the skills and strategies in the early years and the speech sound steps of success courses, but they know they're going to be moving to maybe year 4 or year 5 next year, and they want to have a really good look at memory and processing and vocabulary too. Or they might have some children in their year 1 class who've got some memory difficulties and vocabulary difficulties too. So there you go, 6 courses, 13 specialist resources, and it's all available online for everybody as well. So what happens is you make your purchase and we'll send you an email to let us know everybody who you want to be enrolled onto the package. We'll ask that by, just send us a list of everybody and we'll set everyone up with their own individual login so they can log in and watch the videos as much as they like for the 12 whole months that you get access to this training package for. There's also some online support if you have any questions, or if anyone on your team has any questions about their courses or any difficulty downloading their certificates, then you're always welcome to send either me an email, beth@thespeechandlanguagegarden.com, or there's a little question mark button that you just click and you pop in your query there, and me or someone on my team will get back to you. So if you have any questions about the schools training package, or you just want to get started, you're welcome to go straight to the website, thespeechandlanguagegarden.com, where there's some information for you, or send me an email, beth@thespeechandlanguagegarden.com.